Hey traders, Marcello here, founder of the Day Trading Academy and co-founder of Speed Up Trader. Today we're talking about how I learned day trading. Great question here from Y'all Trader. If you guys have any other questions, don't forget to mark them with hashtag AskMarcello. I'll be more than happy to go ahead and answer any questions you guys might have about anything. And also don't forget to subscribe here to the channel. I love it. I love to be able to share with you guys all the experience that I have. So the question from Y'all Trader is,
how did you learn day trading?
I'm just going to call you Y'all. That's okay. So I got a bit of a unique story. I used to, in the United States, since some of you guys are international users, in the United States, we are actually able to take college level courses in high school to be able to advance the college courses. So we normally would have to graduate with 4 maths and 3 sciences, and I graduated, I think it was with 8 and 7, so 8 maths and 7 sciences. That would technically indicate, well, I'm not like a genius, right? I just probably work harder than other people, but it's part of the reason why I think I'm more successful than most, because I sacrifice my Saturday nights to be able to work, and you guys don't. You guys want to go out and party, but that's beside the point. So I advanced all these courses, and when I was advancing these courses, I would go to my uncle's house in Washington, D.C. One time also I went to the University of Pennsylvania in Wharton, which is Wharton School of Business, which is a super fancy high-end school. And so my uncle became a millionaire buying Dell in the stock market, and he was always come home. He was more like a classical investor, like Warren Buffett, right? Warren Buffett's not a trader, even though he's in the financial markets. My uncle was more like a person that would analyze a company and then invest in the company and then hold it for 50 years and then sell it, that kind of thing, right? So a classic investor. So he would always come home and he would be like, oh, you know, I lost $10,000 today. Oh, I made $30,000 today. And I come home one day, oh, I lost $50,000 today. So the vision in my mind about making money was always kind of stuck in my head because of that experience. So when I was, I believe, just graduated high school, I can't remember exactly when I took out the loans. It might have been a year or two into college. I always wanted to be able to get into this. I always wanted to make money, let's say, not for the sake of making money. I personally believe that the most important thing in the world isn't money. You know, I'm not a millionaire. I don't want you to think that I'm one of these millionaire traders that are flashy with a Ferrari and Rolex. I'm super different. I don't believe that those things really make us happy. So I'm a super simple guy. I prefer experiences, which is the reason why I've been able to travel the world, around the world so many times. This Monday I'm going to the Philippines and I come back on Thursday. Literally 2-3 days there, then come back. So it's important for us to realize that the reason why I wanted to do it wasn't necessarily for money. It was more for my freedom, right? So in the process, obviously, before I kind of took out these student loans, I was always kind of investigating and practicing and all that kind of stuff. And eventually I ran into a friend, which I recently started talking to again. And I wanted to start making real money, right? I didn't want to. I used to do little things in high school where I would sell purses, name brand purses, and I would sell. And earlier in my high school days, I'd sell the mixtape CDs when CDs actually were still cool and they just came out. And so I wanted to start making something big, right? So I took out $25,000 in student loans. And I bought my first course, which is $8,000. This was a course where it automatically plotted resistance and support areas based on Fibonacci calculations. Fibonacci, if you guys don't know what that is, he's a famous mathematician that was able to derive that in nature that there's a natural recurring pattern. Things like the ratio of your arm to your body is a certain ratio. The petal of a rose, the way that it curves, everything is based on a mathematical equation or percentage. And so these numbers also apply to the stock market, since human behavior is based on nature, and people applied to the stock market and it worked. So I bought this program for $8,000 and I found out in 3 years that I could do it on my own for free. So Long story short, I took out these $25,000 in student loans and I lost it in a month. I did what any responsible man would do. I went out and I took even more loans. And after that, it was, I would say, about 2 or 3 years. I can't remember exactly the exact amount of time, might have been close to 4, or it took me that amount of time to become consistently profitable. After becoming consistently profitable, obviously we always gravitate towards people that are successful. And there was a, and I'm kind of giving you the whole story, right? All the way to DTA and now. So this guy, Lewis, that I originally started trading with, he didn't do trading anymore. He went to manage his family's business, which was a hair salon. Now I think he's doing real estate stuff. He's in Vietnam right now doing a road trip. Shout out to you, my man. I love the videos. And so he went on to do his own thing, but he referred me to another guy, and I helped him train him as well. It seems like my whole trading career has been predicated on sacrificing my own trading to be able to teach others, and I'm super, super glad that I've done it. I've gotten in trouble sometimes too, giving people my account number to be able to trade live on my account and stuff, because at the end of the day, I truly believe that I can at any point just kind of leave Earth and just trade on my own and live. So I've always thought it was more important to be able to help other people as well. And so now the idea, well, I'm going to jump to that in a second. So I trained my buddy's friend Lewis, and then he went with another guy, and then he wanted to start our own academy, and he presented me with the opportunity to become a partner with him. I mainly did all the education, and then I was in there for a while, and then after that I decided to leave because this guy wanted to sell things like algorithms and things that honestly we didn't need, and I didn't feel ethically that I could do that, because obviously I lost a lot of money buying things that I didn't need, so I didn't want to do that to other people as well. So I left that other company. People found my travel blog, which is called Wandering Trader, and then from there they convinced me to start trading again, to start teaching again, I should say. So then from there, I told these guys, well, look, right before I started DTA, I tried to train people for free. The idea for me was, well, if this is working and the system that we use works, let me try to train other people to trade my money, right? And the idea of being able to fund traders was kind of born, because the goal of mine wasn't to sell a course. It was more to be able to teach people how to trade. And then obviously, if I'm going to sacrifice my trading to teach people how to trade, well, if I can fund traders, then I'm still going to get that money back anyway, right? And at a much larger scale, because now I can have a lot of traders trading our money, my money, instead of, just trading on my own. Freedom, right? Then I can have an even bigger level of freedom then, because then I don't have to trade. So then from there, it went well. It was, if I'm not mistaken, it was 7 guys that I traded for free. I learned really fast that people don't appreciate something that's free, and then that's when I started charging for the courses. This academy that I was with, when I left, there were traders from that academy that found me through my blog at Wandering Trader, and then that's when I let them, they convinced me to start teaching again, because I didn't want to, I was really reserved, right? I didn't know if I wanted to start teaching again or not, because I was traveling around the world kind of doing my own thing. And then I decided, well, I feel morally obligated to these people because they paid tens of thousands of dollars into this program that now basically doesn't work because they changed it all. And then that's when DTA was born. So now in DTA, I came to Colombia. I trained 50 students from a local, very prestigious university for free. The idea was for them to be able to trade my money again. Again, I realized very fast that doing it for free didn't work. And then from there, we now have what's called Speed Up Trader, where we're the only academy in the industry where we fund our own traders. So this now gives you the confidence, right? Going back now, right, if I was thinking about, for example, if I wanted to learn somebody, I would rather learn from somebody that would give me his own money to trade, because that would give me a lot of confidence that he's not just trying to sell me a course, right? Rather than just some guy who's selling a course. So now what we do is we have Day Trading Academy, where we teach people how to trade. We don't manage people's money or anything like that. We don't manage people's money at all at Speed Up either, Speed Up Trader. But the idea now is somebody can pay $120 at minimum for a $25,000 account. And if you pass a 2-week or 3-week test, we can give you a up to $250,000 account. Obviously, if you want a bigger account, you can pay more. And that's basically been my process as a trader, y'all. It's been so much fun, to be honest with you, my man. The guys in Day Trading Academy on the English side, on the Spanish side. DTA is a massive company now, which kind of sucks in a way because it's always nice to be able to have personal contact with everybody. Obviously, you can't do that long term, but the goals that I have is be able to continue to try to break down the barriers of trading. There was a question I think I saw in there too about people wanting to know how I personally trade now. So because I've had to sacrifice my trading so many times, I still want to be involved in the markets because I love them, right? So now what I do is more long-term swing trading. I have positions that are open sometimes for weeks, other positions that are open for months, and then I have other positions that are going to be open for a few years. Mostly in the silver mining and gold mining, because what I personally believe is that we're walking into a crisis. It's going to be worse than the 2008 and 9 recession, the crisis that we had. And I believe that we're going to be able to do very well with silver and gold. Again, this isn't a recommendation. It's just for educational purposes. Got to throw that disclaimer out there, right? So the government won't come after us. But the idea now is that I can look at charts, on a minute by minute basis. So I can open up a weekly chart or a daily chart and I can look to see what's going on. And then depending on the market movement, I can decide what I'm going to enter in position wise, right? And I'm going to see if I can try to show you guys some of the positions that I have open, because I think it's important. I think most people in this industry, the only thing that they do is they show you all the millions of dollars that they make, but nobody ever talks about the money that they lose, right? So I have no qualms. I'm not afraid to show you guys the amount of money that I'm losing right now, to be able to show you guys that not only that I have open trades, it's mostly stocks, some futures as well in the mining area, but the idea is that now I trade a little bit more longer term, right? So I'm able now to still trade. I would call it more swing trading and more investing mainly in the silver miners. And then that allows me the time to be able to focus on the traders that are actually, using the new platform that we have that is actually free for everybody, that you don't have to pay for. Since most of you guys use Ninja, you have to pay $1,000 for Ninja one way or another. This is going to be a free platform for everybody. And the idea is that now my focus is to make sure that I try to make sure that, I just said that twice, by the way, but that I try to get all these traders funded and doing well, because we're able to really, really do well in the markets. Obviously, I have a lot of confidence in the strategy that we teach. So let me see if I can load this. Alex, Andres, ven acá, porfa. So just to show you guys here, these are some of the positions that I have open, right? Minus 40,000, minus 21,000, minus 19,000, minus 11,000. I'm probably down anywhere between $102,000 to $107,000 at the moment. Obviously, it's because silver has been actually slammed to the downside recently. It just hit another low, multi-year low, and it's a long-term positions. A lot of them, right? One of them that I opened is I'm up about $1,000 or $2,000 or so. So that's how I learned how to trade, y'all. y'all. That's basically how I learned, how DTA started. It's a little bit of my history. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and don't forget to leave all the questions with hashtag #AskMarcello. Soon, the Speed Up Trader and the funding is going to be live for the public. Right now, it's exclusively open to all the traders at DTA. Obviously, they always have priority. So, talk to you guys soon.